I am worthy of abundance, and it flows to me easily. Take a breath with me. Let your shoulders drop away from your ears. I am open to receiving all the good that life offers. Right now, in this moment, I choose to see the abundance that already surrounds me. I notice it. I welcome it. I let it in. My hands are open. My heart is open. I am becoming someone who receives with grace. There is enough. There has always been enough. I can trust that what I need will come to me at the right time. I release the grip of scarcity. I soften around my fears of not having enough, not being enough, not doing enough. I am enough, exactly as I am. And from this place of enoughness, I can see clearly. Notice your breath moving in and out. Feel your feet on the floor. I choose to focus on what is present rather than what is missing. When I look around me right now, I can find at least 3 things I have been given. Maybe it's the roof over my head, the device in my hands, the ability to hear these words, to breathe this breath, to have this quiet moment. Abundance starts here with noticing. I am grateful for what I already have, and this gratitude opens the door for more. Not from a place of forcing or grasping, but from genuine appreciation. I let myself feel it. The warmth of gratitude in my chest, the softness it brings to my face. I can acknowledge the good without dismissing the hard. Both can be true. I am allowed to struggle and still recognize abundance. I am allowed to want more and still appreciate what is here. This is not about pretending. This is about seeing clearly. Relax your jaw. Let your tongue rest easy in your mouth. I am learning to recognize abundance in forms I might have overlooked. The friend who texts to check in, the morning light through the window, the knowledge I carry from years of living and learning, the strength in my body that carries me through each day. These are not small things. These are the threads of a rich life. I have survived every difficult day so far. That is a form of abundance. I have resources within me that I have already proven. Resilience, creativity, the ability to adapt, the courage to keep going. I honor these inner resources. I am becoming someone who trusts what I carry inside. Can I let that sink in for a moment? Can I really receive that truth? I trust that I have what I need to meet this day. Not everything I want, perhaps. Not everything I hope for, but what I truly need. And that is a kind of abundance, too. Roll your shoulders back, then let them settle. I release the belief that I have to struggle to deserve good things. Struggle is not a prerequisite for receiving. I can allow ease. I can allow flow. I can allow things to work out in ways I didn't have to force. This feels vulnerable, and that is okay. Opening to abundance means opening to the possibility of disappointment. I can hold both. I can hope and prepare. I can trust and take action. I can receive and remain grounded. I am not waiting for abundance to arrive from somewhere far away. I am cultivating it right here in how I see, in how I think, in what I choose to notice and nurture. My attention is a form of abundance. Where I place it, life grows. I choose to place my attention on possibility, Not blind optimism, but clear-eyed possibility. What could work? What might open? What I could create or contribute or discover. Take a slow breath in. Let it out even slower. I am allowed to want more. Wanting more does not make me ungrateful. It makes me human. I can hold gratitude for what is and desire for what could be in the same open hands. I trust my desires. They are not shameful. They are information. They point me toward what matters, what calls to me, what would feel aligned and true. I am worthy of pursuing what I want. I am worthy of the effort it takes. I am worthy of the abundance that could come from that pursuit. And if it doesn't come exactly as I picture it, I trust that something else, something perhaps even better suited to who I am becoming, will arrive instead. I am flexible. I am open. I am learning to dance with life rather than demand it follow my exact script. Notice the temperature of the air around you. Notice the surface beneath you. In a moment, we'll explore what it feels like to really receive. But first, let me acknowledge this. Receiving can feel uncomfortable, especially if I've learned to be the giver, the helper, the one who handles everything alone. But I am practicing. I am practicing letting help arrive. I am practicing saying yes when someone offers. I am practicing not immediately calculating what I owe in return. I can receive a compliment without deflecting. I can receive an opportunity without questioning if I deserve it. I can receive rest without earning it through exhaustion first. Receiving is not passive. It is an active choice to let good things land, to let them count, to let them matter. I soften my defenses. I unclench my fists. I let my breathing deepen and my belly relax. When abundance comes, whether it's a kind word, an unexpected break, a moment of beauty, a financial win, a creative idea, I let it in fully. I don't minimize it. I don't rush past it. I pause. I let it touch me. This is how abundance grows. Not by grasping for more, but by fully receiving what is already arriving. Let your eyes soften, even if they're closed. I have the capacity to hold more joy than I have allowed myself to feel. I have been protecting myself, which makes sense, but I can also gently, carefully begin to let more goodness in. Not all at once, not in ways that feel reckless or unsafe, but in small, steady doses. A little more each day. I trust my own pace. I trust my own readiness. I am becoming someone who expects good things, not from entitlement, but from a quiet knowing that I am part of a world that contains both difficulty and beauty, scarcity and abundance, and I am allowed to experience all of it. I do not have to earn the beauty. It is not a reward for being good enough or working hard enough. It is simply here, woven into the fabric of existence, available to me like air and light. Breathe that in. I choose thoughts that support abundance rather than undermine it. When I notice scarcity thinking, I don't judge myself harshly. I simply notice it, thank it for trying to protect me, and gently redirect. What would abundance think right now? What would someone who trusts in enough believe in this moment? I practice those thoughts like I'm learning a new language, slowly, with patience, with repetition. I am fluent in scarcity. I have spoken it for a long time, but I am learning abundance, one phrase at a time, and it is becoming more natural every day. Feel the weight of your body fully supported. There is enough time. I know it doesn't always feel that way, but in this moment, right now, I have enough time for this breath, for this thought, for this choice. I am not racing against some invisible deadline to prove my worth. My worth is inherent. It was given to me at birth, and nothing I do or don't do can increase or decrease it. From that place of inherent worth, I can move through my day differently. I can prioritize differently. I can say no to what depletes me and yes to what nourishes me. This is a form of abundance too. The abundance of choice, even when the choices are small. I choose how I spend my attention. I choose what I give my energy to. I choose what I let into my mind and heart. These choices shape my experience of abundance more than any external circumstance. Let me pause here and really take that in. My choices matter. My perspective matters. I have more power than I sometimes remember. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Soon we'll move into a visualization. But first, let me ground in this truth. I am connected to sources of abundance I can't always see. The people who care about me, even when we're not in contact. The skills I've developed over time that I can call upon. The ideas that will come to me when I create space for them. The opportunities that exist in the world right now, even if I haven't discovered them yet. I am not alone in a barren landscape. I am part of an intricate web of connection and possibility. I trust this web. I trust that I am held, even when I can't feel it. I trust that abundance is flowing through channels I'm not aware of, preparing to reach me in forms I haven't imagined. This is not magical thinking. This is understanding that life is complex, interconnected, and full of potential I cannot fully calculate or control. I can relax into that mystery. I can let it be okay that I don't know how everything will work out. Take 3 slow breaths with me. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Now, if it feels right for you, imagine for a moment that you're standing at the edge of a wide, calm river. This river represents abundance. It's been flowing long before you arrived, and it will continue flowing long after you leave. You don't have to create this river. You don't have to earn it. It's simply here. Your only job is to step into it, to let it move around you, to let it support you. See yourself stepping in. The water is perfect. Not too cold, not too warm. It reaches your knees, then your waist. You're not being swept away. You're steady, held, supported by something larger than yourself. Feel what it would be like to let this river carry some of your weight, to not have to hold everything alone, to trust this flow. Stay here for a moment. Notice how your body feels in this image. And when you're ready, step back onto the shore, knowing you can return to this river anytime. It is always here, always flowing, always available. Let that image fade and bring your awareness back to your breath. I am learning to trust the flow of life, not because everything always goes my way, but because I am capable of navigating whatever comes. I have evidence of this. I have a history of figuring things out, of adapting, of finding a way. I bring that capability into this moment. I bring that trust into today. Press your feet firmly into the floor, then release. I celebrate the abundance I have created in my life so far, the relationships I've nurtured, the knowledge I've gained, the small and large ways I've shown up for myself and others. I did that. I built that. Even on the days when it felt hard, even when I doubted, I kept going. That is abundance. The abundance of effort, of care, of persistence. I acknowledge my own role in creating the life I have, not from a place of blame for what I don't have, but from a place of agency and power for what I can continue to create. I am not a passive recipient of life. I am an active participant. My choices ripple outward. My actions matter. From this place of empowerment, I can ask, what do I want to create more of? What kind of abundance am I being called to cultivate? Maybe it's financial abundance. Maybe it's abundant connection. Maybe it's abundant peace, abundant creativity, abundant health, abundant meaning. I let myself name it, whatever it is. No judgment, just clarity. And then I ask myself, what is one small step I can take today toward that kind of abundance? Not a giant leap, not a complete transformation, just one small step. I trust that small steps accumulate. I trust that consistent, gentle effort over time creates substantial change. I am patient with the process. I am patient with myself. Soften the space between your eyebrows. I release comparison. Someone else's abundance does not diminish my own. There is not a finite amount of good that must be divided among us. When I see someone else thriving, I can celebrate them. I can let their success be evidence that abundance is possible, that good things do happen, that there is enough to go around. Their win is not my loss. Their joy is not my sorrow. I practice this. I practice genuine celebration of others. I practice believing that their abundance and mine can coexist. This opens my heart. It makes me more generous, less guarded. It helps me see possibility instead of threat. And from that open, generous place, I am actually more magnetic to my own abundance because I am not vibrating with fear and scarcity. I am vibrating with trust and openness. I notice how that feels in my body right now. What does openness feel like? What does trust feel like? I let myself experience it, even if it's subtle, even if it's unfamiliar. Gently roll your head from side to side. I forgive myself for the times I've operated from scarcity, for the times I've hoarded or withheld or competed unnecessarily. I was doing the best I could with what I knew and felt at the time. I am learning differently now. I am practicing differently now. Every day is a new opportunity to choose abundance thinking, to choose generous assumptions, to choose to believe in enough. I am not defined by my past patterns. I am defined by my present choices. And right now, I choose abundance. I choose to believe that there is a path forward for me. that the resources I need are either already here or on their way, that I am supported in ways I can see and in ways I cannot. I choose to believe that I am allowed to thrive, that my thriving does not harm others, that there is room for me to expand and grow and prosper. I choose to believe that abundance is not just for other people, it is for me too. Let yourself really hear that. It is for you too. Take a moment here. Breathe into that truth. I am worthy of financial abundance. I am worthy of being compensated fairly for my work, my time, my skills, my contributions. I release the belief that money is dirty or that wanting it makes me shallow. Money is a tool. It can be used for harm or for good, and I choose to use it for good. I can want financial stability and be a good person. I can want prosperity and still have integrity. I can desire wealth and remain grounded in my values. These are not contradictions. They can all be true at once. I am becoming someone who has a healthy relationship with money, who sees it clearly, who manages it wisely, who receives it gratefully and spends it intentionally. I am allowed to ask for what I'm worth. I am allowed to negotiate. I am allowed to seek opportunities that compensate me well. This is not greed. This is self-respect. Feel your sit bones on the surface beneath you. I also recognize that abundance is not only financial. Abundance shows up in so many forms. The abundance of energy when I wake up rested. The abundance of ideas when I create space for them. The abundance of love in a moment of connection. The abundance of peace in a quiet morning. I let myself value all forms of abundance. I let myself receive them all. Because when I train my attention to notice abundance in all its forms, I see it everywhere. It multiplies. It expands. What I focus on grows. So I focus on abundance and I watch it bloom. This is not denying reality. This is choosing which reality I give my attention and energy to. There are always problems. There are always limitations. There is always something that could be better. And there is always something that is working. There is always something that is beautiful. There is always something to build from. I choose to build. I choose to appreciate. I choose to participate in creating more of what I want to see. Relax your belly. Let it be soft. In a moment, we'll move toward our closing. But let's deepen one more time into the feeling of abundance. Imagine your favorite meal in front of you. Not just any food, but something you truly love. Something that delights all your senses. See the colors. Smell the aromas. Feel the anticipation. Now imagine taking that first bite. The taste, the texture, the satisfaction. This is abundance, this pleasure, this nourishment, this simple delight. You are allowed to experience this. You are allowed to savor this. You are allowed to want more of this. Life offers these moments of abundance, these pockets of pleasure and satisfaction and joy. Your only job is to be present enough to receive them. Let that image fade and return to your breath. I am becoming someone who savors life, who doesn't rush through the good parts, who lets joy linger, who receives pleasure without guilt. This is abundance. this capacity to be fully present with what is good. I practice it now. I practice it in small moments throughout my day. The warm shower, the cool water, the comfortable chair, the kind word, the accomplishment, however small. I let these moments register. I let them matter. And in letting them matter, I create a life that feels rich, regardless of my bank account or my job title or my relationship status. I am the creator of my experience, and I choose to create abundance. Press your palms together in front of your heart, if that feels right. I carry abundance with me from this moment forward, not as something I have to maintain through constant effort, but as a knowing, a trust, a way of seeing. When scarcity thinking arises, and it will, I'll notice it with compassion. I'll thank it for trying to keep me safe, and I'll gently return to abundance. This is the practice, not perfection, just practice. Each time I return, it gets easier. Each time I choose abundance thinking, I strengthen that pathway. Each time I notice what is present rather than what is missing, I train my mind toward richness. I am patient with this process. I am kind to myself along the way. I am exactly where I need to be. I have exactly what I need for this moment. And from here, I can build toward even more. I trust the timing of my life. I trust that what is meant for me will find me. I trust that I am being guided. Even when the path is not clear, I release the need to control every outcome. I release the anxiety about not having enough time or money or opportunity. I trust. I open. I receive. And from this place of openness, abundance flows. Take one more deep breath with me. I am abundant. I am enough. I am worthy of all the good that life offers. And each time I return to these words, to this practice, to this way of seeing, these truths grow stronger within me. They become less like affirmations I'm trying to believe and more like simple facts I know in my bones. I am abundant. It is already true. I am simply learning to see it clearly. Thank you for being here. Thank you for opening to these words, to this practice, to the possibility of abundance in your life. Carry this with you. Return to it whenever you need to remember. The river is always flowing. You are always held. There is always enough. Breathe easy. You are exactly where you need to be.